So Ryan Garcia looks like a suspension. Well, when you look on the on BoxRec right now, what you're going to see is right on the top of Ryan Garcia's BoxRec record, it's going to show suspended by New York State Athletic Commission indefinitely, right? And on YouTube right now, you'll see where they're saying the New York State Athletic Commission has ruled on Ryan Garcia's PD case, that they've ruled this fight a no contest and fined him 1.1 million. So now Ryan is 24-1, and Haney record shows 31-0, of course, right? And also Ryan Garcia being suspended 1 year, I guess, is what's the word going out right now. And that the New York State Athletic Commission has ruled on the Ryan Garcia PD case. They have ruled the fight a no contest. And like I said, the rest is history, right? So, I mean, where do we move on from here? Where do we go from here? Ryan Garcia is suspended. And at the same time, on the back of a suspension, on the front end of a suspension, right? If the information is coming out today, on the front end, him saying he was going to retire anyway, right? And I'm sure these two don't connect at all. Him retiring isn't based on him the fact that he knew he was going to be found that he was going to get suspended, that the New York State Athletic Commission was going to pass down this disciplinary action. The Garcia family and Ryan Garcia and his lawyers specifically have worked very hard at trying to stop this process from moving the way it looked like from my point of view, it was heading in this direction no matter what. Between supplements that they went and packed up and taped up and sent to be tested and found it to be tainted, all the way into Ryan Garcia trying to find loopholes, his attorneys trying to find loopholes in bylaws inside of the regulations that would hold the New York State Athletic Commission liable for conducting their own test on the urine samples and not using what they are calling a third party in WADA. That New York State Athletic Commission would have to use their own facilities. All these type of shots to take to put holes in the theory of the inevitable reality that, listen, one, there was performance enhancement drugs found inside of Ryan Garcia's system, and two, as far as third party is concerned, New York State Athletics Commission perspective on that isn't necessarily it. Hindsight is 2020. Isn't necessarily about them using their own facilities, but more so about them coordinating and using facilities that are under their umbrella that they acknowledge as legitimate facilities for them to use in testing, right? Which obviously WADA is one. VADA is also another system that they're very comfortable and familiar with as far as using them as the collectors of these specimens. So none of these things held any weight at the end of the day. It's not about what people think or complaining or the vote of the people or the will of the people being carried out in these type of situations. It comes down to the actual facts and the actual science. The people who are looking over these situations aren't taking into consideration 30 YouTube channels that are, giving their perspective and breakdowns on what's going on and what's actually going on, and their reasoning as to whether or not this is unintentional or intentional or whatever have you. It's the science. I'm sure. I wonder, should I say, I'm not sure. I wonder how much weight did the New York State Athletic Commission put on the hair follicle results, or put on the whole entire regulations and the laws and the bylaws in there being highlighted to put them in the hot seat as if they dropped the ball. And also, did they take into consideration all the antics that Ryan Garcia did as well? When you represent yourself the way Ryan Garcia has been representing himself, in particular towards this whole entire Devin Haney fight, and also in particular to the process, discrediting the actual process and discrediting all these companies that are involved in the process, whether it be VADA, whether it be WADA, whether it be the New York State Athletic Commission, even Ryan taking shots at discrediting people on his team, people who came in to help him lose weight on the night before the fight, or the night before the weigh-ins, excuse me. he's gone. He's taken he's gone to a certain extent that is kind of I want to say embarrassed, right? Boxing, and I wonder how much weight did that put on the whole situation as far as their resolve to make a statement, right? They're taking away his money, $1.1 million. They're finding him, right? I mean, what else was on here? Let's read it here. Ryan's with $1.1 million. Oh, hold on a second. Yeah, find him. Okay, a contest, and they fined him $1.1 million, right? So he's losing money in this situation. He's losing his ability to box, to make money in so many ways. And then you compound that with the fact that right now Ryan Garcia has lawsuits pending dealing with Logan Paul and Prime, the energy drink. And that's not looking too good for him either. The evidence sounds pretty, it seems pretty nice, tight and sealed. T's crossed, I's dotted. Seems like a good case that's getting put against him on discrediting and what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word. I'm having a brain fart. But discrediting the company, right? Slandering, right? Slandering the company. So he's got that to deal with now. And obviously he's talking about retiring. So you can't run from it, right? The accountability is gonna be what it is. And whatever you got going on out there, retiring isn't going to make it stop happening. So we'll see what he does at this point. Now, Devin Haney himself has now got a O on his record. What does that mean for him? I'll be honest with you. I don't think it means anything. I just don't think there's any getting around the loss that everybody saw him take, the beating. I'll be more specific. The beating that everybody saw him take. This is something that's not going to go away based on a record. The worst thing Devin Haney can do at this point is to walk around here and act like he's an undefeated fighter. Because you're not undefeated, brother. He's not undefeated, right? He took a loss. And more important, as I said earlier, he took a beating. Now, you guys can put all your weight on the shoulders of a PD test and try to make that the reason. But I think most people who understand boxing, who watch boxing closely enough, are going to understand that, the PDs are performance enhancement drugs for a reason. So I'm not going to sit here and say that the way Ryan Garcia performed in that ring had nothing to do with performance enhancement drugs. But like a lot of people are saying, Ryan taking performance enhancement drugs didn't make Devin Haney drop his right hand too low, right? It didn't make Devin Haney attack Ryan and become this offensive knockout puncher who was headhunting the whole entire fight, right? It didn't do that. It didn't make Devin Haney fight in a weight class that maybe he shouldn't be in. Maybe he needs to be at 147 or 154. That these weight cuts are looking crazy. The PEDs that Ryan Garcia put in the system didn't affect the things that I mentioned. And I think the boxing community is going to be pretty clear on that. Devin Haney, now that this is done, has no more excuses as to him moving forward with his career. Him doing what he needs to do for the redemption, to rebuild, to rehabilitate, to rebuild his credibility in his space. Him offering 2 years of a hiatus is still going to be looked on the way I look at it. I'm going to look at it the same way. We all knew that the New York State Athletic Commission was going to pass some sort of judgment on Ryan. We knew it was going to be today. So what does that change for Devin Haney? Absolutely nothing. It changes some writing on his records. It changes the way it looks on BoxRec. That's what it changes. But the loss he took, what we saw and what we've heard him saying, and Bill as well, you guys got to go into the lab and start working. It's time to work. It's time to show and prove. It's time to show and prove. That's all I can say. But as I said, Ryan Garcia suspended for a year, fined $1.1 million. Devin Haney has a loss removed off his record. Ryan Garcia has a loss on his record right now with Tank Davis. It's showing up as a no contest, no decision. So it's not a loss for Ryan. Ryan doesn't now have a loss on his record. But Devin Haney has had that loss removed from his record, and Ryan Garcia will be dealing with a year suspension. From my understanding, should be starting from from the day of the fight, the day after the fight, the day they found the results. So, let's just say they found the results a month later. So that was May. Let's say May between May 15th, May 20th, around that in that window, off the top of my head. So he has a month, 2 months into his suspension. He has another 10 months. Are we in June, May? Wait, like April to May, May to June. Yeah, a little over 2 months. So he'll be looking to get back into boxing as early as next year, around May time, I would think. April, May, June, around that time is when he'll be available for a fight. Until then, Ryan Garcia is not in the conversation of boxing as far as who is he fighting next. I don't think too many creators should be really, trying to figure that out, because he can't even put a fight together until the suspension is up. So that's what the future holds for Ryan Garcia. Devin Haney, last we heard from him, he's looking to take a hiatus, retirement of some sort, right? Temporary retirement, vacating his WBC titles. These are the things that he's supposed to be entertaining right now. Let's see how he moves forward with it and how he deals with it. You guys let me know in the comments. What do you think? Does Devin Haney go ahead and go into his hiatus, or does he come back and defend his title against Sandro Martin and go looking to unify with other for other titles in the division as well, and aim for undisputed at 140? You guys let me know what you think about that. Ryan Garcia suspended. Devin Haney has moves to make. It's your boy Claymore Rain. It's ATB Combat Media Show. Hey guys, like I told you guys in my other videos, we're sitting at over 960 subscribers. We're working on getting to over 1,000 subscribers, and then from there, 5,000 to 10,000 to 100,000, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But Rome wasn't built one night, but I appreciate all the support I've been getting from all of the subscribers that I currently have. And if this is your first time tapping into this content, I'm going to advise you to go ahead and invite you, more importantly, to go ahead and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, hit your bell icons so you're getting all the alerts when this content is dropping. And at this point, we out.